Tired of going through this, man. Shit fucked up. Life been rough, but I was raised to be tough. Life been rough, but I was raised to be tough. Tired of going through this, man. Shit fucked up. Tired of going through this, man. Shit fucked up. Life been rough, but I was raised to be tough. Life been rough, but I was raised to be tough.
Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me.
I did some fucked up things in my life, but I ain't no quitter. Folks looking at me saying, yeah, you a dumb nigga. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I did drugs and alcohol. Fucked many a broad, naked headed and all. Went fishing and caught crabs from Metro to Slab. A gangsta out here with a knife to stab or a gun to shoot. That's how I roll, fool. If we ever cross paths, then you know how I do. I ain't no killer, just don't push a nigga. That 9 will go pop or the 40 Glock will hit you. Whichever one to get the job done. If you got something for me, I'm here, I don't run.
Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. Quit looking at me, looking at me, looking at me.
Yeah, I just want to say that we all need somebody to talk to. We all need somebody to talk to. It's just sometimes you can't talk to your friends about your problems. You just can't do it. We all need somebody to talk to. Sometimes you gotta sit down and you gotta look at yourself introspectively and figure out really what's going on. And if it's that bad to where you feel like you need to talk to somebody, find a counselor, find a somebody that you don't know. Because talking to your friend or to somebody that you know, they will lie to you and tell you, I won't say nothing. I'm going to keep it to myself. They will lie to you and say this, and you'll believe them, and you will let everything out and tell them everything. You know, it better not be nothing incriminating because, you know, you really going to be fucked up. But, you know, talking to your friends or talking to somebody you know, I don't recommend it because one thing I have learned living life is anybody that have a spouse, they lay down in the bed and they go to sleep. But before they go to sleep, they do a thing called pillow talk, laying on the pillow, and they talk about shit. You know, shit that they've been through that day or shit that was told to them on that day, things that they experienced that day. They, you know, pretty much just talk about how their day went and all the people that was involved, especially if it's some juicy gossip. You know what I'm saying? If it's some gossip, they just can't wait to get it out. And it's like you feeding them. It's like you feeding them, giving them energy for this pillow talk. And when they lay down, they got all this here fuel from you to discuss with their spouse about you. And I don't recommend it, man. I mean, I done been there where I've been in relationships and, you know, I done said a few things about a few, you know, some people that I didn't like about them. And when I split up with whoever I was with, they have in their mind, oh, I'm going to go tell so-and-so what you said, or I'm going to put this here on Facebook, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. I have experienced that. You know, but my daddy told me a long time ago, you know, do your dirt by your lonesome. Keep your shit to yourself. Which, you know, luckily, the shit that I talked to them about, it wasn't nothing that could incriminate myself. So, I mean, it almost went there, but my daddy was in my head, and he say, hey, don't you say nothing about that. Don't you talk about that. Keep that shit to yourself. And so that's what I did, because people get mad and they tell your business. But, you know, I mean, everybody needs somebody to talk to. Everybody. You know, but you just got to be careful with who you telling your business to. Because you saying that's your friend, and it's your friend. You saying that's your best friend, that's your best friend. But if you knew that they was telling your business, would you still look at them the same?